What's up, everyone? Y'all know what it is. This is a special Sunday night edition of the Allen Powell Show. We had a big fight go on last night, so we got to break it down and talk about what we saw and what's going to happen next. So, y'all, let me know y'all thoughts, what y'all seen last night. I want to know all the knowledge that you have about this fight and what you've seen. I got a special guest in the building who I've been talking about with this fight for a long time. So, with that being said, let's get ready to lock and load, people.
Load, Allen Powell. It's the Allen Powell Show. Yeah. Where we lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Powell Show. Yeah. Where we lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Powell Show. Yeah. Where we lock and load. It's the Allen Powell Show. Yeah. Where we lock and load. Come on. Yeah.
Thank y'all for tuning in the special Sunday night edition of the Allen Powell Show. We had a mega fight last night. I was so hyped for this fight. I've been talking with a special guest that I got for this fight. It seems like for a year. So without further ado, y'all make some noise for my boy Big Ev coming in the building. Thank you, my brother, for joining me on this show tonight.
Hey, thank you for inviting me, Al.
Listen, man, I had to bring you on because, like I said, we've been talking about this fight for a year. You've been telling me what's going to happen for a year, and when, I kid you not, you called it right on the head. It was like it was Nostradamus, Cleo, and anybody else who make predictions and anything else. It was crazy how you the last thing we said on Thursday when we left our job, you said it probably about 3 or 4 times that day. You said Bud and 9. Now, before you said what you said, what did you say before? Because I know it changed a little bit, but you nailed it right on the head at the end. What was it at first?
Well, in the beginning, it was Bud and 9. I said that all year long. Right. But I think 2 weeks ago, man, we were joking around. I said, man, you know what? I got a strong feeling it's gonna be Bud and 7.
Right.
You know, I changed the Bud and 7, but I changed it back to Bud and 9, man, on Wednesday and Thursday. That was the last thing. That was the last thing I said to you, Bud and 9. But remember, Al, I've been telling you all year long, man. I said Bud gonna get in there and he gonna beat this boy. He gonna beat him bad. They think that Spence gonna run through him, but Bud gonna have something for him. And didn't too many people believe that, man. They thought that Spence was gonna train him, gonna run right over him.
Right. I was on board with you. I picked Crawford as well, but watching the All Access, I had a little reservation. I was a little like, I ain't like the training, but I love Crawford, but I just didn't like the trainers all the way. But it went exactly how you said it. But before we get into the ending of what happened, I want to go through the beginning, even from the start of the fight. So before we get into it, we got a YouTuber, one of our loyal YouTubers checking in, says Wilder versus Fury was better than what was supposed to be the biggest boxing fight in years. Are you saying it was better than this fight? I mean, they had 3 times to do it. That's one. They had 3 times to do it. But I would say this. To me, I was more hype about this fight. I don't know about you, Ev, but I was more hype about this fight. Wilder and Fury, I was hype about it, especially probably the first time. But this fight, the build up, bro, this was the biggest fight to me since Mayweather Pacquiao. And I know that didn't live up to the hype. People said it was too long. But what did you think about just commenting on a YouTuber? Did you think Wilder and Fury was better than this? And then, like I said, they did it 3 times. So which one you talking about? Like, what did your thoughts about that comment though?
I don't think that either Tyson Fury or Wilder fight, man, lived up to the potential or the hype as this fight here last night, man. I can't remember, man, and in recent history that a fight that lived up to this right here, man. Yeah. I was so, you know exactly how excited, because we went at each other every day, man. I was so excited about this, man, and I had such a good feeling about Bud, man. I'm telling you, what I did, Al. What I did was, if I may say, man, what I did was, man, I went back and I watched a couple of Errol fights, man. Right. 3 or 4 of them, and it was the same thing. Yeah, Errol, he put that head down, man, and he a young bull. Yeah. that stiff jab, and then come boom, boom, 1-2, boom, boom, 1-2. That was just too elementary for Bud, man. Bud was gonna pick that up. We all look for Bud to say, man, the third round, Bud gonna pick it up. Bud
Right.
picked all that up, man, in the first round, and you see what happened in the second round on. You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
Bud had a 10-7 round.
Yes. Yes.
That number 7, round 7, that was a 10-7 round.
Yes. Yes.
But
Yes.
Bud figured that out, man, early and beat him up often.
So let's go back. Let's go back. I said at the beginning of the fight, but now you made me think. You remember when it was negotiations and they fell through and we was mad and we like, man, what's going on, man? I'm tired of all the politics and the promoters and all of this stuff. And to see it finally happen, how do you feel now after all the mishaps and the ups and downs, ebbs and flows of this fight even happening, the disappointments? How do you feel now?
Hey, man, look, it was all worth it to me, man. It really was. It was all worth it, man. It kept everybody on the edge of their seats, man. And you ask me, Al, it's all about the politics in it, man. The game, man. I mean, they kept the Don King politics out of it, man. What they did, when I say politics, man, I say this right here, man. They kept us all on the edge. You and I, we'll get there a bit, stand on the edge of our seats too. That brought them numbers, man.
Yeah.
That brought them numbers. Everybody was so anxious to see that fight, man. They teased us. They teased us.
They did. Do you think it was done on purpose or they really had negotiation problems? Because, a lot of people like, oh, man, they just stringing us along so they can make sure they get it.
In the beginning, I really believe that there were negotiated problems, man. That's when the promoters was in it.
Right.
I believe, man, once they got on the phone with each other and spoke,
right.
Without the middleman, man, they started, like they said, they started talking about life.
Right.
And hey, man, after this, it's bigger than us, man. It's about our kids. It's about generational wealth and all. Man, I bet you all that was part of their conversation, man. And Errol had to open that door for Bud to get the wealth that he want, man. And they both seen that, hey, it's money in it for both of us, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can come with a rematch or trilogy, but I think after that whooping there, man, Spence don't want no more of that.
Listen, I'm trying to get to the fight, but it's just so much I remember us talking about, so it's all coming back. But when you talk about they got on the phone and spoke to each other as men, let me tell you how I think what happened. I think that's exactly what happened. Like what you said, they got on the phone and talked like men. But you know what happened? I think Bud said, "Look, Errol, bro, I just want the numbers. I just want the facts. I want to know all the ins and outs, man. Like, bro, am I asking for too much?" And I think Errol said, "You know what? That ain't crazy that you asking for that. Let's go ahead and make this happen, man. Let's make this happen." And I think Errol seeing where Terence was coming from, and that's not crazy what he's asking for.
Yeah.
Ain't going. So he was like, "Man, listen, we're gonna make this fight happen," and he made it happen, man. Let's see. So let's go ahead and get to the fight. I want to talk about even the intro of Bud. So. I seen a clip before it happened. I seen a clip when he was talking to Shakur. I don't know if you seen the same clip, but he was talking to Shakur, and Shakur was like, "Man, who you got bring you out?" And he said, "It would be crazy, man, if I was to get Eminem to bring me out." He was like, "Bro, that would be crazy." I don't know if it happened like this, but I think this is true to how it happened. He threw the bone out there. Eminem saw it as like, "Bro, you one of my favorite boxers." And he rolled with it. He said, "Pull up," and he pulled up. I think that's how celebrities do. It don't take them much to come to the event.
Right, right.
He called the social media. He was like, "Oh, what? Word? You want me? Man, you my favorite, one of my favorite boxers. Let's do it." And he pulled up. That was dope.
That was, man. It wasn't just M did it, man. Did you pay attention to the song?
Yeah, Lou. Oh, let's talk about the song. That's a great segue, my brother. Yes, the song "Lose Yourself" from the 8 Mile soundtrack.
Never Let It Go.
What better song to come out to?
Hey, dog. Hey, man, Bud put some thought into that one.
Yeah,
but hey, look, man. Bud said, just like the M said, "Hey, man, this is my shot."
Yeah,
I better take it by the bull right now. And he took advantage of it, man. He took advantage. I love that choice of intros that Crawford came with. I love that, man.
you gotta
That was touching.
in the moment. The moment. Look, I don't even listen. The words speak to the magnitude of the fight.
Yep. Yep.
Bro, he strategically thought about who and what song needs to come out. I need to come out to for this fight. It was more than just me going to prove a point to Spence. Everything about what I'm about to do tonight is going to come all together.
Fit like a glove. Yep.
Man.
Hand in glove.
So,
and it did.
Yes. Now, only thing I wish, Errol, I wish Eminem actually would have performed the song and actually did the words instead of just playing. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was probably spur of the moment. He probably was like, man, I ain't all the way prepared. You can play it. I'll be there though. But whatever. I don't know what happened. But
I settle for it.
Yes. Still perfect song, perfect person. And so we get to that. That happens. I didn't even see Errol Spence intro. What did he do? What happened with Errol? Did he have anybody, or was it a regular intro? What did you?
It was Errol didn't have anyone, man. Hold it, Errol did have someone. I don't know who it was. What Errol was, man.
But it wasn't on the same point as what.
No.
Okay.
No, man, no. It, to be on the same level as M coming out there with him, boy, he'd had to bring Jay-Z out.
Right. I think it was too late in the process because, like I say, this happened spur of the moment, I believe. So it wasn't nothing that quick to counter that. It wasn't.
Yeah, you could tell that was the spur of the moment, man, because Bud said, man, hey, the boy just pulled up on him, and Bud was shocked about that.
Right.
Right. Bud threw it out there. Bud threw a Hail Mary out there, man, and M caught it. Yes. And showed up.
He shot the shot.
Man.
What 100% of the shots you don't take. He mentioned the boy name on the IG post. Eminem. Oh, somebody mentioned my name. Oh, I like boxing, and Bud is one of my favorites. Why not go to Vegas and support one of the biggest fights ever?
That's right.
So we get past that, and then we get to the fight. Like I say, so I was coming from the Deion Cole concert. I missed the first round, but I get there for the second round, and that's when it started happening. And Bud floored Spence 3 times. And the first knockdown, it was like a pot shot. It didn't even seem like it was a clean. Like knock the spit out your mouth. It wasn't nothing like that, but it was all about balance, position, I believe. And he pot shotted him, caught him, and I feel like Spence was more off balance than it was just a gut shot. But it speaks to the skill of Terence Crawford as well. What did you think about the first knockdown?
Okay, now when you go back and look at this fight tonight, it because like I said, I looked at it 3 or 4 times. Rewind it, the knockdowns and everything, man. What I want you to take a look at, bro, is that first knockdown, man, when Crawford come with that short, hey, man, that was some power behind that punch. What I want you to look at to tell you just how much power was behind that. Look at Spence's chest. Look at his body. Look how that meat. You know how you get hit and then your face get all like that. Look at Spence. Look at Spence's chest. Man, that was some power behind that little short blow, man. That wasn't no pot shot. That was a short power punch there. Take a look at that.
Okay.
Take a look at that.
I will. Schallenberg checked in on Facebook, said it was over in the second round. So after the first knockdown, do you think it was over, or did you think that he got knocked down? It's a good start. Let's see what happens from there. Did you automatically so Shallen from Facebook said it was over in the second round? I don't know. So I don't know if he's talking about after the second round or after the knockdown in the second round. Either way, after the second round happened and he got knocked down, what was your thought process?
Okay, first off, what up, Shalon? Anyway, I did not think that, man. We can say that now because Bud done whipped his tail already, But at that time, to be totally honest with you, man, I gave the truth his. I gave the truth his. He still had his respect. I said then, man, okay, we got to fight now. We
Yeah.
got to fight now. Crawford came with Crawford that made Spence mad. I thought we had a fight. But
Yeah.
hey, man, listen. That was the beginning. That was the beginning of the third round. He got knocked down in the second round, right?
Right.
That was the beginning of the third round. But hey, you got 3 minutes in the round, man. At about 45 seconds into that third round, I said Spence in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, very, very sure. I mean, very early, you knew Spence was in trouble, man. Spence was lunging, you know, and
Yeah.
you can't lunge on a great counter puncher like Bud, man. He'll
At
pick your
all.
pocket like he did.
And let me say this: I think out of all the fights that I've seen Terence Crawford fight, to me, this was the best. This was the perfect fight, in my opinion. Even when he knocked him down in the second round and knocked him twice down in the seventh round, he never overextended or just went strictly for the kill. He was taking his time no matter what and did it the right way. He let
Look,
the fight come to him, and he tactically beat him down.
me and my brother watched the fight here at my house, man. And at that time, man, uh, uh, my brothers, get him, dog him. I say, hey, Tony, man, you didn't listen to that. I would tell my brother named Tony, man, you didn't listen to that song he walked in. Bud said he taking his time and he putting some sauce on this, man. He ain't finna overseason this and walk in here and get himself burnt. Bud took his time, man, picked that boy apart, just
Yeah.
like he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
And but back to that second round, dog. You know, I know we're going back, but
Yeah.
about the fourth round, all I knew it was completely over. He couldn't do nothing with Bud.
Yeah. Mouse Sauce on YouTube says in the second round, I believe he re-injured his eye and his equilibrium was off ever since. Just my opinion. Do you think the eye injury had anything to do with it? I don't, because I guess if he re-injured his eye, I guess Crawford might have done that. If that was, even if that's even a possibility that he re-injured his eye, and then he never said nothing in the press conference. I know he didn't make no excuses, but I think that would have been mentioned in a post-fight. Oh, I re-injured my eye. Something he would have said something.
Now, was this injury to the eye before or after August?
It was before. This is
Okay,
before. Yeah.
okay. So why he having a problem now with that eye that he lost, but he didn't have it the last fight?
Because I think that's what I said. That's why I said if he re-injured the eye, I would say Crawford re-injured it by hitting him in the eye.
Man, Crawford said that pole.
Yeah.
Crawford had that branch in his face all day,
Yes.
all night. But I'm not. You know what though, Al? I kind of knew it, and Bud said it too, though, man. Once Bud beat him the way he did, they was gonna make some excuses up for Spence, man. You know,
Mouse Sauce says from the car accident. See, like we ain't hit none of this when he fought Danny Garcia, Ugas. He beat everybody. And so I think at this point, you just got to give Bud Crawford his props because nobody was saying nothing when he beat those other guys. You know what I'm saying? And so it's hard for me to buy into any injuries or car accident because he had multiple fights since the accident. He had a fight since the eye injury, and he was all good. So it's hard for me to buy that. He said Mouse Sauce exactly how Crawford did it. So Mouse Sauce giving him his props, giving Crawford his props. Man, you got to give it up for Bud Crawford. But like that, bro, I felt like this was better than the Sean Porter fight that Bud fought.
oh
This
yeah,
was better than Av Venetian or whoever that dude was. Even the Kell Brook fight. Like, then I want to talk about the next two knockdowns. So the next two knockdowns, and specifically the one when he hit him with the hook, and that one scared me. The way he gave him that hook and the way Errol fell over after that one, that's when I'm like, bro. At that point, I was like, you might need to stop it. That's when I was like, it might need to be stopped.
that was a brain shot right there, wasn't it, man? That was a brain shot right there.
Yes.
Yeah, that punch looked dangerous, man.
When you get hooked like that and you fall like that, bro, I was at the fight party that I was at. Like I said, I was a little hype, a little loud, but I was saying we've never seen Spence back up. He was backing up, and Even when it looks like he hit him with a shot, Terence comes back with a better shot.
Yeah,
In the middle of him hitting Crawford with a shot,
yeah.
comes back with a bigger and better shot.
Dog, that's that power. That's that powerful counterpuncher there, man.
Bro,
The timing that young man had last night, man, was just awesome,
impeccable. This was the best Terence
impeccable.
Crawford. Nobody's beating this Terence Crawford. Boots is not beating this Terence Crawford. Boots not beating this Terence Crawford.
Hey, man, Boots better go and sit down.
Listen, I felt like Terence Crawford made it a mission to be at his best ever for this fight. I've never seen him. Like, I've seen Crawford get hit a few times. Like, he got, you know what I'm saying? He'll get hit a few times. I didn't feel like Spence hurt him at all. At all. I felt like none of the punches Spence did hurt Bud. It was like he was blocking majority of them, and even the ones that he got in, they wasn't hurting Crawford. And he was supposed to be the bigger fighter. He was supposed to be the big bad bully. He was supposed to walk him down, break him down, all of this, and none of it happened. None of it.
Hey, man, see that goes testament to something that we ain't touched on tonight, man. Is Bud's defense.
Wow.
Bud defense was on point tonight, dog. I don't see nobody beating Bud right now, man.
Listen. So let's talk about it. So Errol said he would activate the rematch clause, but he wanted that 154. Listen, if that would help you, go for it. But it's nothing that I seen. And I don't know. I'm not a boxer. I don't know the weight drain, whatever. I know it's hard for him to come down. They say it's walking weight, like, way up there, like 160 or over. I don't know. And I know it takes a lot to get down to that 147. So it'd be easier to get to the 154. Cool. I can't see, even if he comes in better, you're not beating that guy. Like, you're gonna have to catch him with one shot to make to change the complexion of the fight. But if he comes in the same, like you say, the defense that Crawford displayed, this is the best defense that I've ever seen out of Crawford.
I don't know who said it last night, but they say, man, the stiffer Crawford's competition get, man, the better he get, man. And last night showed that. Man, big time. Hey, man, I can't say enough about that kid, man. That dude, I like to see him. I like to see him in there with Boots.
Oh yeah, I put it like this. I definitely think it would be a great match. Boots really showed his last fight. He really put on a good show, and I think it would be more competitive. But I think the defense that Crawford showed, if he brings that mentality to Boots, that was like the perfect fight. If that Crawford fights anybody, it's hard to beat him. It's hard to beat what we saw last night. And I think Boots will put on a competitive effort, but he would lose because even the good fight he put on against Villa, the last fight that I saw, Crawford is level, and the level that Crawford is on, bro. I think Boots still a little wet behind the ears. It would be like a Mayweather Canelo, because I think that's like the same age frame when Mayweather fought Canelo.
Yeah,
he was still wet behind the ears.
The thing is, in that fight right there, money schooled him. And in a Boots Terence fight right now, not only Terence will take him to school, Terence will hit him with that thing. Now, Terence got that power. I like to see Boots get in there and take one of them shots, which I don't think he'll be able to take.
Yes.
Hey, man, did you catch that second knockdown, the first knockdown, man, of the 7th round, man, when Bud caught him, man, with that quick short uppercut?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
man. Oh, and that was some power behind that one.
Yes.
That was, he was out of his mind then.
Yes.
He was out of his mind then, man. He was out of his mind then. That what I would have liked to see, because I'm a Bud fan, maybe Spence fans wouldn't feel the same way. But what I would have liked to see as a Bud fan was the referee let that go.
True, true. I agree, but I understand him stopping it when he did. You
Yeah.
gotta like I understand, but like I agree. I totally agree with you. But I'm not gonna knock. I don't knock the ref for doing what he did as well. He went down 3 times already.
I mean, the ref did the right thing, but I'm saying as a Bud fan, he did the right thing. As a
Yeah,
Bud fan, I wanted to see him knock his head off.
because of
Knock it.
everything that's been said all up until this point. I agree with you. I
Yeah,
totally
yeah,
agree with
yeah. And
you.
and all night long, man, I kept saying to my brother, man, this dude was telling Bud that he gonna give him a what kind of ass whooping he said, what kind of butt whooping he said,
One-sided way.
a one-sided butt
Yeah,
whooping,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and he
And
wound up on the wrong side.
woo, it was bad, man. It was
Man,
bad. It was,
dude,
but I enjoyed every bit of it. I enjoyed every bit of it.
dude, I couldn't wait for this fight, man. But that fight came on, man. I was so nervous, man.
Hey, listen, man. I was so hype and nervous at the same time too, man. I think this the most I've been invested in a fight. I think it was over. It was over Fury Wilder. I was hyped for that fight as well. I was going for Wilder, of course, and that didn't end well. But even the Mayweather Pacquiao, I was going for Mayweather, but because it didn't live up to the excitement, it didn't live up to this fight in my estimation. This fight gave you everything that you wanted, in my opinion. It gave you.
Man, let me ask you this, man. Let me ask you this, man. Would you would you would feel the same way that this fight gave you everything you wanted if you was a Spence fan?
Probably not. Probably
Right,
not.
right.
But I guess speaking from a Bud fan
Yeah,
perspective, it gave me
yeah,
everything that I wanted. Mr.
yeah.
Taylor checking in, pure butt whooping. Yeah, man, it was a pure butt whooping. Yeah,
Bud, man. I thought I knew. I thought I didn't seen it all with Bud, but Bud showed me something, boy.
facts. He's getting older, but he's getting better.
Man, look, man. They say, hey, look, that come from that no drinking, no smoking, all that, and stay in the gym, man. They say that boy a workaholic.
Listen, hey, I ain't gonna lie. So during the lead up to the fight, and I told you I was nervous about his camp. Bo Mac. I was mad because he's training, trying to get Crawford in shape, and and he ain't. And I'm
And
looking.
he's sitting there 400 pounds.
Yeah, I'm mad about this. I'm like, man, Derrick James over there in shape with Spence. They looking good, and Bo Mac,
Yeah,
you training, you ain't working out with your guy. You looking like I'm not a believer in Bo. I wasn't a believer in Bo Mac, but I believe he has a great team. It ain't just Bo Mac. That whole team is good. But
hey man, look, and they gave props too. He gave the whole. You see that interview? He brought his whole team up. They gave everybody props.
but let me tell you the moment that changed for me. When I seen Bud, it seemed like he used the sponge on his fro, and the fro changed. It wasn't just the regular fro, but it looked like it got sponged up, and it was like a crinkle fro. I don't know if you peeped that out or paid attention. It seemed like, bro, he got super focused. Even the way he did interviews started changing. When it came to the weigh in and like one day before the fight, his look changed, bro. His look changed.
I noticed that.
Yes.
I noticed that, man. I know. I seen one clip day before yesterday, man, where they were taking photos face to face, man, and whoever it was would say, "Okay, fellas, face this way," and they wouldn't move. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah.
And finally, Spence turned around, facing the audience, and I don't know if you've seen this or not, but if you see this clip, when Spence turned to look at the audience right before Crawford does, look at Crawford's facial expression, and it was of straight evil, man. Like I'm gonna break you up, boy. Check that out. See if you notice that.
I'm gonna check that out. I would venture to say it looks like Crawford got a little darker right before the fight. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm tripping, man, but I'm saying I seen another person. I don't know if everybody else said it looks like another person. First, it was like just the nappy fro, just the regular fro. Then one day before the fight, like he sponged it up, and bruh, I
I
might
gotta check that out. I'm definitely going to check it all out.
Look up like the All Access episode 1, and then look at the weigh-in. And then look at the weigh-in right before the fight. It changed. It changed, man. But listen, it's all good. We can go on and on, man, with the excitement of the show. But I just had to do a reaction show because this was a big fight, and I had to get you on because you predicted everything to the T. You said Bud and 9. You've been screaming it for a long time. Long time. So, and you was right on the money, and I believe you probably won a lot of money. And it was a little scary how accurate you was with your prediction. Like I ain't never seen that, man. But kudos to you because you called it. You said Bud and 9. Hey, look up Everett Collins and look at his Facebook post before the fight. You will see it's documented. He said Bud and 9. He been saying it, and so I just had to bring you on, bro, and give you your props, give you your flowers. You called it.
I got one out there too. If y'all go to look there, I got one out there too that says Bud by TKO in 9. I got that out there too.
Look, if it's Bud and 9, it gotta be by stoppage.
Yeah, buddy.
It gotta be by so you called right on the money. You said Bud and 9, so that means the fight had to stop.
Yeah.
So you called it on the money. I haven't seen nothing like it, man. Kudos to you, man. I want to thank everybody who checked in and commented and joined the show while we did this reaction show, man. And thank y'all for tuning in. We about to get up out of here, but I thank y'all. Ev, appreciate you jumping on with you, bro.
Hey, bro, before we go, man, I want to say thank you, man, for inviting me, man. My first time on the show, man, and I'm looking forward to coming back.
Yes, man. You know, we talked about it, and it was a little slow in the process, but we made it happen, man. So definitely,
yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Like I signed out everything else. Deuces to the Fashuses. Later.
Out of here. We'll catch y'all.
Hello, Alan Pants. It's the Alan Pants Show.